Hi guys, and welcome back to the SN Studio for another video report. Today we have Chris versus myself, Adeptus Custodes versus Red Corsairs, Imperium versus Chaos. That's how it always has to be. It always has to be Imperium versus Chaos. There will be a lot of that. There will be a lot of that. Anyway, today we are playing 2,000 points and we are playing Search and Destroy, is it called?
Surround and Destroy.
Surround and Destroy, that's it. So we're playing Surround and Destroy, 6 objectives on the table, and we're playing on this amazing battlefield, which I think is one of my favorites, and it was a No Retreat 8 favorite for all the players that came over. It just goes really well with the mat, and it really gives a really good 40k vibe to it. Anyway, back to the game, 2,000 points.
Yep.
And I'm very excited. I'm going to start off explaining a bit about my list, because I've been playing this list for the last couple of weeks, and it was something that I just put together because I just wanted to enjoy it. But the bad thing about it is that I've been beating some good lists, and that's made me want to carry on playing them. So I brought them back again. They have been previewed already on SN Plus. Against the Iron Hands. Go and check it out, it's an awesome battle report. And now I'm featuring them against Chris on YouTube for you guys to enjoy. And yeah, what's happening is basically that I just can't stop playing them. A very cool list, very different list, very elite but fast. Now, how this all started was I sat down at home and said I want to build a list where it's very difficult for my opponent to score secondaries, or to choose secondaries.
It really is.
And it really is. It's put a lot of people into scratching their heads.
I've spent about 20 minutes today picking one.
So it mostly has to be secondaries that your army score, and not secondaries that by killing this army you actually get. So we'll go into secondaries later on, but now you guys are home, just pause the video now and check out this list, which is below. It's below, the lists are below, and try and think of what secondaries you would score, and just comment them below. Let us know what secondaries you would choose for this battle. So without further ado, we're going to go into this. I'm going to go into mine, and I will be using War of the Spider. I think it's the first time I actually use War of the Spider, because what is it? It's Custodes, it's
Death Guard,
which I don't use. And Fabulous Bile, yeah. So
which I'm painting, yeah.
It's the first time I actually used this, and it's a very good book. Both Death Guard and Custodes have got a lot out of this book, and I have noticed it quite considerably, both when I have been using this Custodes and when I've been playing against DC's new Death Guard list. Today I'm using an Outrider detachment. Again, I can't do a patrol because there's a lot of fast attack. So straight off the bat, I am losing 3 CP, but it's worth it because it's a really cool list. Always go for cool. Rule of cool. And it does hit hard, don't get me wrong. It's not just a cool list. So to start it off, I've only got one HQ, one character, and that's my shield captain on the Dawn Eagle jet bike. Now, I do give him a couple of extras. For the free relic, I've got the Aquilis or something like that, which is basically a 3-up invulnerable save and a reroll charges. That's the free relic I get. And then for my Warlord Traits and for the army in general, I've gone for the shield host, which you can now choose with this book. I've gone for the dread host. Basically what these hosts give is they give you access to a free Warlord Trait, a free relic, and a free stratagem. I won't go into that a lot, but I've basically used the dread host Warlord Trait to give to my Warlord, and he's gone for the all-seeing annihilator. Basically he gives any units within 6 inches of himself in combat exploding 6s. So any 6, he generates an extra attack, which is pretty good. And then I've gone for I'm paying an extra CP, and I'm giving him Captain Commander. So what that gives is he becomes a Captain Commander, and he gets an extra trait on top of his Warlord Trait. So again, there's about 7, 8 maybe different ones to get. I've gone for Inspirational Exemplar, which gives his auras go to 9 inches instead of 6. Why I've gone for that one? Because don't get me wrong, there's really good ones here. I've gone for it because he's the only guy giving auras, and his auras are really decent, meaning that if he can cover more space between his auras, the better. So he's gone for that, and yeah, that's my Warlord Trait, that's my extra buff for him, and that's my free relic. And then I've got one troop choice, and that's a unit of custodian guards with spears, all with spears. I rate the spears much more, even though I maybe should have put a shield one in just for the extra big shots like glass cannons and stuff like that. But I've gone for spears. They get better stratagems, and I just prefer them much better. So a unit of 5 there, and I have paid points for them to carry Misericordias. Each one have a Misericordia, just because I had the points to actually play around with. Okay, next up I'm going into the fast attack now. 2 Palace tanks. These are from Forge World. They're really cheap, really good. They're good for grabbing objectives, and they still pack a punch and have some tricks to them. So you get a -2 to charge them. They have 2 types of shots, which is pretty good. One's like an anti-troop, anti-elite killer, whilst the other one is specifically for vehicles. And I just like them. I like the way they play, and they're very cheap as well for what they do. Moving over, we've got 2 custodian jet bike units. So these are, I always forget what these are called. Virtus Predators. There you go. So 2 units of 3. One of them is upgraded to have a salvo launcher, just because we always play WYSIWYG here, and that's how we roll. So they're the same points now as Hurricane Bolters, but one of them does have is upgraded to have a salvo launcher. And then lastly, we've got the Gammatus Jet Bikes. This is where it gets crazy now, because these are a bit too expensive when you're playing competitively. Far too expensive. I think they're 135 points each.
Yeah,
okay,
that's a bit much.
At 4 wounds, scary.
That's about the same as he's 140.
Yeah, that's just 1 bike, Chris.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, there's probably people screaming at the screen now, Pardo, what are you doing? You're going crazy. I know, that's pretty crazy, but when they work really well. So they've got 4 shots at strength 8, -3 damage D3, no, -2 damage D3. But when they start dying, it's painful. It's very painful. So yeah, that's my list. I don't think I've missed anything out. I've really been enjoying it. Like I've said, I've beaten some really good lists, some Raven Guard lists, Death Guard lists. So yeah, it's been doing well, but I've also lost some games. But I'm learning. So yeah, that's my list, and on to Chris's list we go. Take us through.
So I'm running Red Corsairs. I've got a battalion and a spearhead.
Yeah.
And I still start with 12 command points.
I know. Because of the Red Corsairs rule.
So battalion. I've got my Warlord. Is this Lord Discordant?
Yep.
He has the, I can't remember what it's called, but +1 wound and a 6 up for no pain.
Okay.
Warlord trait.
Legendary leader, I think it's that. Or is it that one? Yes, the one that from the. No, it's not that one. Sorry,
no, it's from the
that's the. I think that's one from the Space Marine one. But basically, both the Chaos and the Space Marine have it. So yeah.
So he's 13 wounds and 6 up. Ignore wounds save.
Yeah.
He has the Mark of Khorne with the Talisman of Burning Blood.
Okay.
My free relic.
Yeah.
So he gets to reroll charge rolls.
Okay, cool.
So that's quite nice. Sorcerer jump pack. He's packing Warptime and
Death.
No. He has Delight for Agonies.
Is good.
I can spend the CP.
I know, but not having it straight away is good.
He's Marcus Slaanesh, so he has Delight for Agonies.
Okay.
So everything in this list is Marcus Slaanesh, except for him, who's Khorne, which I just mentioned.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, troops: 3 units of Chaos Space Marines, 2 of 5 with bolt guns and a las cannon, 1 of 6 with close combat weapons, an autocannon and a chain axe.
Okay, perfect.
Just because that brings me up 2,000 points exactly with that chain axe. So
perfect.
Yeah. So they're my sit back and hold my objectives.
Yeah.
I think that is everything in the
battalion.
Yeah, that's battalion. Okay. So into the spearhead, I have another Lord Discordant.
Yeah.
Marcus Slaanesh.
Always bring more than one.
Yeah.
They're too good.
I spent a CP to take an extra relic, which is the
Toxicating Elixir.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay.
So +1 strength, +1 attack.
Yep. So Marcus Slaanesh to actually have it. So
yeah, like I said, everything is except for him. So
yeah.
Then in the heavy spots, I've got a unit of 2 obliterators.
Okay.
So just
test them out. Yeah. We just want to mention that this is actually Chris's tournament list, because there is Into the Breach tournament in a couple of days now.
Yeah.
And this is the list he's actually taken to that event, which is testing it out. So it's a good run for him to actually see how it performs.
So yeah, because I did have a different list, but I changed it
slightly.
Yeah. So 2 obliterators.
Okay.
They will be going into reserve and dropping down.
Probably, yeah.
So yeah. Mauler Fiend with Lash and Tendrils.
Okay.
a Fortuned with the Hades autocannon and Demon Jaws in the mouth.
They're much better now. I think you actually used them in the first 9th edition report we did against Guard. I think you used the Forge Fiend.
The fact that they can move and shoot now makes them a lot better.
It's much better, yeah.
So, Venom Crawler. A Leviathan.
Okay, the Venom Crawler, you can't upgrade him, right?
No, he just comes as is. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. A Leviathan. In my original list, I had him with twin grav guns.
Yeah, but you've gone for
dual claws.
Dual claws.
Melter guns in the fist.
Okay.
It's another threat running up the board.
It is, and a big threat it is. Like that, he's tough to bring down. He's tough, especially if he gets into combat. He starts getting the 4-up invulnerable instead of the 5-up.
Especially Marcus Slaanesh, I can put the 5-up for no payment
as well. So yeah, he's a tough one to beat.
Yep, and rounding out the list, 2 Helldrakes with Battle Flames.
Very good. Yeah, so, you've actually been playtesting with these, and you find
this is my second game.
You actually find them quite decent in this edition.
Yeah,
especially with them being able to, I guess, shoot in combat, right?
I said this list was basically I wanted to take all the demon units I have, which I've done, and then I played around with the other units I had. I said the first iteration, different guns than him. I had some Terminators, I had some spawns, no troops. Yeah.
Now it's actually working. I think it's a decent list. Obviously, it's not ultra competitive, but Chris, you know how to play them really well, especially Red Corsairs. And yeah, I'm looking forward to actually see how it plays out. Anyway, so let's go on to our secondaries next. So for my secondaries, I've gone for Engage All Fronts, which is one I always say the same. You're probably tired of me saying it, but it's a very easy one to score, and I think 90% of the people playing 9th edition competitively normally go for Engage All Fronts. For my second secondary, I've gone Bring It Down, because there's a total of what, 20-something points to get?
23 points.
I know it's capped at 15. But it's very easy to score those 15. If I'm not bringing these big guys down, it means I'm basically losing. And then for my last one, I've gone for
attrition.
So it's Grind Them Down. It's from we're playing with the new tournament book, because we do need to get used to that for no retreats. So I've gone for Grind Them Down, which is basically attrition. If I kill more than he kills me, I get 3 points a turn. That's my 3 secondaries. What have you gone for?
So I've gone for Engaging on Fronts as well.
Yep.
Same reason, I'm a very fast army. I can easily get in on table calls.
Yes, definitely.
I've gone for the Mission Specific one, which is called Surround, I think it is, or Surround them.
I think it's Surround. Or Surround them, yeah.
It's one of those two. And the third one, I've gone for Cut Off the Head.
Cut off the heads.
Because as you said before, it is very difficult to pick secondaries against you.
It is very difficult.
So I'm going to try and kill him.
That's
going to be good
It's
fun.
tough to kill him, but if you start picking off these units and leaving them in 2 instead of 3, then there's nothing to look out for him. So it could be interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, there you have it. Lists are there. We'll catch you back after deployment. here we go. Both armies now fully deployed and ready for war. Imperium versus Chaos. Pardo versus Chris. And his Red Corsairs, which I hate. So if I win them and defeat them, it's an extra bonus point for me.
Don't start this. I don't feel too bad about that dead Crimson Fist now.
Naughty boy. Yeah. Well, he's talking about, visit his Instagram, Chris, was it _Chris.
Yep.
He's actually painted a Crimson Fist on one of his bases. Naughty. Okay, so we're playing Surround and Destroy.
Yep.
Yeah, Surround and Destroy, 6 objectives on the table. For those of you new to 9th edition, everything's preset for the mission, which is great. So deployment is Dawn of War, 6 objectives on the table, which we'll quickly go through. So there's one just underneath those Marines there.
Yep.
There's one in no man's land here, and then another one just 3 inches away from the Gammatus Jet Bikes. And then we've got one in no man's land here, we've got one here, and then a mirrored one just underneath that Venom Crawler there. So, let's go through the deployment quickly.
Yep.
I'm just very excited. I love this list. I love my Custodian list. Okay, so we've got just a little castle here. So we've got my Warlord, my only character, for those of you who have skipped my intro. Naughty. Don't skip the intro. Never skip the intro. So my Warlord there, and we've got the 3 units, 2 Forge World bikes, and then we've got one of the normal bikes just in front of him, just castling him, making sure he can't be targeted with the new 9th edition rule. Moving over, we've got the 2 Palace tanks, making good use of some of these ruins here, and then we've got the last of the 4 units of bikes just here, just as back as possible, because I'm very scared of those Hellbrakes there. They move 30 inches, they can also advance and charge, because you can't, right? Okay, but they still move 30 inches and can advance, so yeah, that's not very nice. And they're quite good. They shoot, they claw you, they bite you. Yeah,
they're more annoying than anything.
Yeah, they're better this edition for sure, especially that they can now flame you to death in combat, which is good. Okay, so let's go over your list then. Yep. Take us through from this side to the other side.
So, got troops holding the objective down there.
Yep.
That's important. So your Helldrake's just here, ready to jump out and try and tag your units so they can't shoot me.
Flame, both of them were the flamers, right?
Yeah, both flamers. So Fortune back here, ready to move up when everything else moves out of the way.
Yep.
So Leviathan on the front line, ready to run at you and advance and charge you.
Yes, he needs to die quickly.
So Marines up there again, line of sight down there. They can't see much else because of obscuring terrain.
Yep.
So trying to hide my Warlord in the middle here, so he's got options to go either way as well.
Yep.
Sorcerer far enough away from Leviathan that when that blows up, it doesn't kill him.
Because that's got the Leviathan's got extra rules, right? If it blows up and
it does D3 mortal wounds, but Psychers does D6 again.
Yeah, so you don't want to keep them very close to it.
So Morphine just sat next to him.
Yep, and let me just move through here. There's some extra guys in there, right?
Yep,
so another
6
unit
Marines
of 6,
in there.
yeah. And
so
then
ready to run out and hold the middle objective.
Yeah, which is there.
Yep. And obviously he's ready to charge up field. He'll probably just move over slightly, shoot you and hold the objective.
Yeah, perfect. So a really terrifying line there. Red Corsairs ready to run up the field and destroy those advancing Adeptus Custodes. Now, there's a couple, so we're playing with the ruins rules for 9th edition, but there's some of them which I think is good to actually mention don't have the obscuring one because they're shorter than 5 inches. So it's actually this one here, this one that you're already using, and I think it's this one as well, and I think all the rest have the obscuring rule, which is pretty cool. This is how you actually want 9th edition to look like. You need dense battlefields with a lot of terrain, because it really works much better. Now, the all-important role, I've won the first one. I decided to actually place first because I did want to go on this side because of some of the terrain pieces. But I really want to go first now. Yeah. I want to kill some of those advancing engines, which are very scary. So, let's see who goes first. Do you want to go first?
I want to go first.
Do you want to win this roll-up as well?
Of course.
Okay, so I'll let you go first then.
6.
No, that's a 2. Watch me roll a 1.
There's space for you to roll a 1.
Watch me roll a 1. Oh no! God have betrayed me already. On to turn 1 for the Red Corsairs we go. Catch you back in a second. On to turn 1 for the Red Corsairs. Movement is now over. Chris, Lord Chris, take us through.
Cool. So the 2 Helldrates have just flown up. They haven't bothered advancing.
Okay.
Don't need to.
Nope.
Ready to flame stuff and then possibly charge.
Naughty boy.
He got a good 5-inch advance, so he's up on the middle objective.
Okay.
But obviously the Sorcerer's there, ready to warp time him.
Yep.
Hopefully get him up there. The Warlord just got a 6-inch advance, but I just moved into there. Try and stay hidden. Keep him as a second line of attack.
You want to keep him alive, don't you?
So he's within 6 inches of him, so he'd be hitting on 3s now instead.
Okay.
So Marine stayed still. He's ready to do some shooting. This guy got 6 on advance as well, but he won't be able to charge.
Okay.
Him are on the middle objective, so at least I'm holding
with two tough units as well.
Exactly. So. Again, these guys shuffled over.
Okay.
The last ones, he jumped out there, and he can see your palace grab tank.
Yeah, without passing through the
tree.
The tree, which is obscuring, so that's good. Not obscuring, it's dense cover. That's what it is. Okay, so that's Chris' movement. If you've seen Red Corsairs before, you shouldn't be surprised. If you haven't played against Red Corsairs, you're probably surprised at how fast they move up. And can still charge with most of the units. So infantry, bikes, and hellbolts and hellbolts as well. So dreadnoughts and stuff. Yeah. Cool. So let's go straight on to the psychic phase. I'm not within 12 inches of your psyker, so I can't use Spark of Divinity. So it's all yours, sir.
Cool. So the important one is warp time.
Yep.
Need a 6. That goes
That's
off.
a pass.
So he's going to advance part of that move.
Okay. So through you, is that the only psychic spell?
Nope, he's going to do Delightful Agonies on him now as well.
Okay, cool.
Just give him a 5-up, feel no pain.
Yes, sir.
Which goes off on a 7.
Okay, so onto the same, onto him as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one tough Leviathan to take down. And he's already in my lines with the help of his 2 little friends here, his birdies friends. Okay, so that's the movement over. We've gone through the psychic phase. Onto the shooting phase we go. We'll catch you back in a second. Starting off the shooting phase, we've got this Venom Crawler firing into this palace tank in the middle of those 2 ruins. You will be using Demon Forge on him. Okay, so here we go. Number of shots.
2d3. That's the big 6.
Yep, that's what you want.
So it hits on 4s.
Okay.
Rerolling 4 failed hits. Use Demon Forge.
Okay, that still fails. So that's 4. You do wound on 3s because you are strength 8s. And reroll those 2. Okay, 3 go through minus 2. Minus 2. So 5 ups. Okay, I fail 2. And it's all yours. D3 damage, right?
Yep.
Okay, so 3, 4, 5. Okay, 6, 7, 8. So 3 left on him only. So I'll put a 3 just there. And we move on to the Disco Lord. Into the same one, trying to take him out. Okay.
Number of shots.
That's just 1. Do you want to reroll?
Yeah, I can do actually. Do I mean to go from Poland? Yeah, let's reroll it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a 3. That's 200 times better.
Let me knock down the command points before I forget.
Okay.
So, wounds on 4s. That's 6 wounds.
Okay.
And minus 2.
That's very nice. Not nice for me, nice for you.
Yep.
Minus
2.
And that's the flamer, right? What's the range of the flamer?
18.
Wow.
I've got 3 more than this.
Sorry, what AP did you say?
2.
2. So 5. Yeah, 5 ups. Yeah. Ooh, are they damage 1?
Damage 2.
Damage 2. Shall I be cheeky? Any more guns from him?
Not from him.
Okay.
I think that would be everything because I don't think
Is he out of range?
He's out of range.
For the Emperor. Oh no! You rolled off!
Yes!
Oh, sneaky bugger. Okay, we'll catch you back for more shooting coming up next. Next up, we've got the Forge Fiend firing into the closest units. So the what are they called again? Praetors versus Praetors. We're going into him. I just want to mention before there's already a couple of comments probably. You didn't roll for the explosion. We did off camera, and I rolled a 4, so it didn't explode. Luckily. So onto the Forge Fiend we go. Let's see how he does.
So he's hit on 3s because he's in range of the.
Yep, and that's a lot of 1s and 2s. So the Custodians are happy.
Wounds on 3s. 2 wounds.
Okay, 2 wounds. Minus 1 these, so 3 up saves. Okay, 1 goes through.
2
Can't do anything about that. 2 damage. Oh, actually, that hurt a bit more. Okay, so I'll put just the 2 there. Cool. Yep, What's next?
Big Bird will go into him as well.
Into the same units. Okay.
Number of shots?
Number of shots, 2.
2.
What's the strength?
6.
Toughness 6, so 4s.
No
So 1
wounds.
and a
2.
2. Okay. And then the next buddy.
Same again.
Okay.
Same unit.
Number of shots.
5
That's
shots.
5. That's much better. And looking for 4s here.
2.
2 wounds. -1 as well, right?
-2.
-2. Okay. So 4 ups. Oh, he's a damage 1.
Damage 2.
A damage 2. I can't. So the first one's dead, and the second one's in 2 wounds. Nothing I can do. Is that the end of your shooting?
I've got Las Cannons and Leviathan.
Okay, let's do that then.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's carry on.
Let's do this Las Cannon
Yep.
into this unit.
Okay, into the Gammatus.
So hits on the 3.
That's a hit.
Wounds on the 3.
Yep.
Yep. -3, but you got 4 up in bow, is it?
Yep. Nope. Goes through. Can't reroll.
D6. 4.
4. That's 1 dead.
Ooh. This Las Cannon going
Yep.
into the other unit.
Into this one.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to try and metal gun your
Yeah,
Leviathan
yeah,
if
yeah.
this works.
That's
That's
a
a
hit. That's a wound. This means that if he dies, he can be targeted now. So 4 up is a 3. Oh no!
That's a 2.
That's a 2, and you can't reroll, right?
Nope. I've used my command point reroll already.
Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Okay, so I'll put a 2 onto this one, and then
So
he's next.
yep, he will go next. He's going to put both metal guns into that unit.
Okay, and the flamers?
Can't. They're heavy. You need advance. So hitting on 3s because they're advancing.
Okay.
One hit.
Yep.
Wounds on the 3. Nope.
No wounds. I'm happy with that. Okay, that concludes the shooting phase, I think. There's a couple of Marines there. Do they actually reach?
They won't be able to. I could spend 2 CP to make one of these units shoot again.
Okay, do you want to?
Let me have a little think, and then we'll either come back for charging or.
Or more shooting.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. See you back in a second. We're back, and it's not the shooting phase, it is the charge phase. He decided not to spend the CP, 2 CP, which I think was good of you. I think 2 CP is very expensive for just one last cannon. Okay, so we've got the Helldrake going in first into these 2 let's Predators. So let's see how they do.
I think he makes it.
So is it just going straight in, right?
Just going straight in.
All the way in. Okay. Next, is it the Leviathan or him?
No, he's going next to those bikes.
Into the hair. Okay, I will use 1 CP to actually fire into him with those.
Yep.
So 4 shots each. Looking for 6s here. Rerolling 1s. A couple more. No, that 3 is good enough. Strength 8, so 3 is to wound. That's 3 wounds.
Minus
4, I think. It's like no, -2. -2.
Same either way. 5 ups.
2
go through.
Damage D3. 3, 4, 5. 5 damage. I'm happy with that from Overwatch.
Dropping on 7.
That's pretty good. Do you want some dice? Here you go.
There.
Here you go.
What's that now? And distance. 4 is not going to be enough.
Nope, 4 is not enough. Do you want to reroll that? Do you want to measure? Do you want to measure it?
Yeah, can do. Look at measure, see what I would have needed.
Do you want to go from the other side as well? No. We need a
6 to get in.
Yeah.
Because you're within 7.
Okay.
No, I'm going to save the CP.
Okay, so he's going in?
Yep, he's going to go. I think it's going to have to be 1, 2, and 3 units.
Okay, just because of the size of the base, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, distance 7.
Yeah, he's definitely in. So we'll just move it in. So we'll have to actually move the Helldrake a bit because the wing is in the way.
Yep.
Cool. So yeah, that's the end of the charge phase. There's no more charges, is there, Chris?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, into the fight phase we go. I might spend the stratagem to actually charge in with these guys. Let's see how that goes. You might see them in again, same. You might see them in combat, or you might not see them in combat. We'll catch you back in a second. Okay, we're back, and I was going to use swooping. Is what it called?
Stooping dive.
Stooping dive. That's it. But after we've seriously been chatting for about 10 minutes, I put them in, then I put them back out because I think they're much better to have not in combat, because that means that even though they fly now with 9th edition, you can't actually fall back and shoot. And I think I'm paying a lot of points for their guns, and I do need their guns, so I'm not going to do it. I've kept everything as it is, and I'm just praying to the Emperor that nothing happens. So he's going to go all his attacks into trying to cut off my Warlord's head, because that would give him, I think, a total of 13 wounds, which is a lot. So yeah, 6 attacks going into my Warlord, hitting on 2s.
Yep. So that's 5 hits.
Okay, and then
take that.
Wounding on 2s.
Yep.
So your
Strength 16.
16. Okay, that's 4.
I'm going to CP reroll
one of them.
That one.
Okay.
Yep.
So is that 5?
5.
5. Okay.
-3.
What's the damage?
3.
Damage 3, and I've got 7 wounds, so 3 have to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've got 7 wounds. We'll have to check that. So looking for 3 ups here. Good shake. Okay, 2 go through. That means that he does survive. Is there any way to... Shall we check his wounds?
Yeah.
I think it's 7. I'm
I've
quite sure.
got no way for him to attack.
Yeah, you have no way to actually attack again, right? Now, I don't know if to actually reroll one of these, so he's actually a bit safer for next turn. I'm going to reroll one of these.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm down to... Wait, I'm down to 4. Yeah, I'm going to reroll one of these. Into a 1, obviously. Okay, so he's down to 1 wound remaining. I'll just get a little dice here. But he's not dead, so I'm happy.
So close.
Okay, so next we've got him.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's going into obviously the bikes in front of him.
Yep.
So he hits on 2s because you have fly, so he gets +1 to hit.
Okay.
And he wounds on 3s. 3 wounds up, -1.
Okay, so 3 ups.
Yep.
Okay, that's all passed. That's good. Okay, so I'll start striking back. Now there's a stratagem that is in the new Psychic Awakening book, which makes me +1 to your wounds if the toughness of the enemy model is higher than mine, which both of them are actually. So I actually think I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do it with these guys because they've got more attacks than him by himself. That means that they've got 8 attacks. Let me actually have a think about it. I'm gonna work it out a bit and think see if it's worth it, because I haven't been charged, meaning I don't re-roll the wounds. It's just when I get charged. So
you mean when you charge, not when you've been charged?
Yeah, exactly.
Set it back.
So yeah, I'm gonna have a little think about it, and we'll catch you back. Here we go. I have used it, Slayers of Nightmares for 2 CP, and I will be going with Agonies first because there is more attacks on his behalf. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s, and that 6s explode, so that's extra 2. I constantly get speared by these guys. That's the 2nd time. Okay, and then I'm wounding on 4s now. Okay, remove those, and then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds at -3. So 4
up in bundles. So
okay,
4 go through.
4 go through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have I rerolls? No, right?
Yes, you rerolled your save.
Ah, you do have female pain, right? Yeah, I'll give them.
Yeah. You rerolled anyway, so.
Yeah.
1 goes through.
Wow. Wow. Next up, we've got the Shield Captain going in hot, hitting on 2s. That's all hits, and wounding on 5, sadly. But look, he does get 5 wounds, 4 wounds. I'm happy with that. Okay, so 4 ups.
Yep. 3 go through.
Oh, again, low again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
That one's cocked.
Yeah, reroll that one. Okay, that's
4
4.
more.
That's not bad actually.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go with these guys, and I'm gonna go into him as well. So 4 and 4.
Don't like him for some reason, do you?
Don't think I can kill him. I don't want to actually kill him because if he explodes, that would be dreadful. So I actually don't know what to do. 6. He's got too many wounds, and I need to take him out. So they'll all go into him. Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s. Thankfully, that was 4 1s there. Okay, and then 2 6s for extra shot, extra hits. Wounding on 5s. Just 2.
4s again.
1 goes through. D3 damage is 3. Okay, so that's 2. He's down to 7. Okay, not bad.
I believe.
Not bad. That was a really good turn by Chris, and I actually hit back okay-ish, I think.
Well, since you've not even had your turn yet, it's not too bad.
Yeah, exactly, yes. But I am surrounded already. There's 3 units in combat, which I don't really want to be, because you get the first attacks, remember, in the next turn, which is horrible to think about. On to Custodes turn 1 we go. We'll catch you back in a second. Here we go, my turn 1 now. Again, a lot of thinking off camera, because what's happening here is actually pretty tricky. So I actually moved them all out and left him out of combat, but then again I thought, look, it's much better. They're actually base contact there. They're actually better if they stay in combat and then get charged. I think this is the better option. Maybe I'm wrong. Comment below if you think this is the worst option. But I've stayed with these 2 bikes in combat. That means that these Agamatus can shoot into another unit and charge in and hopefully take him out. So yeah, I wouldn't be scoring this objective, but he wouldn't be scoring it anyway. And then these Virtus Predators have moved up onto that Disco Lord. He stayed put, and it's all about to go down. Let's see what happens. Okay, we can start off with some shooting, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot the anti-vehicle shot into the Disco Lord. This Palace tank actually has 2 types of shots. One's a more of an infantry elite killer, whilst the other one is more of a vehicle. I'm going for the vehicle killer. 2 shots hitting on 2s. Okay, that's 1 hit. Do I reroll this? I've got 4, or did you put it
3.
up? You put it up already? Okay. No, I'm not going to reroll. No, I'm not going to reroll. I'm going to stay with that. So wounding on 3. I'm going to reroll this into a 4. So I'm down to 2 CP, and then I'm wounding on 3s. 2 wounds, -4, so you go straight to your invulnerable saves.
5s.
+1, damage 3.
D3 or flat 3?
Flat 3. Flat 3.
Yeah. I'll CP it.
Okay.
Nope.
So down to how much?
Down to 9.
Down to 9. Okay. Next up, these guys are going to go into him. So I'm going to do the salvo launcher first. Hitting on 2s, and I believe I said strength 8, right?
Yeah.
So wounding on 3s. That's a wound. I think you go straight to invulnerable save. I can actually.
I think it's -4.
Let me quickly check. Salvo launcher, strength 8, -4, damage D6. Yes, sir.
Safe.
So it's a safe, cool. And then we've got the Hurricane Bolters, which I'll do off camera, and we'll come back for the saving throws. 5 wounds from the Hurricane Bolters, 2+ saves, 2 drops.
God damn it.
That's down to 7 wounds remaining. We move on to this side now. So I've got all the Las Pulsers firing into this Helldrake here. 4 shots each. So that's 4 and 4 and 4. Perfect. Hitting on 2s, right? Because you haven't got the airborne roll.
Nope.
Okay, hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s. There you go. Okay, 1 failed. And then strength 8 on these. I'm wounding on 3s. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 wounds, Chris. You do have your Demon Engine save. So looking for 5 here. That's a good roll. That's 5 wounds down. 5 go through.
Yep.
Okay, damage.
There's only 7 left, so.
That's really low. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Just enough.
Just enough. Doesn't explode. Okay, he'll take off the Helldrake and we'll catch you back. Oh, is there any more shooting? No, there's no more shooting. Okay, I was just about to cut off. So what I'll do, I'll charge with them in.
Yep.
So they're in. And then I'll charge. Are you going to Overwatch?
Yes.
Okay, so do you want Overwatch?
Yep. So D6 shots.
Is the big 6.
Toughness 6, right?
Yes, so wounding on 4s.
4 wounds.
4 wounds. Okay.
-2.
4 ups. That's 1 wounded. Damage 2. Okay, so at least they're all alive. And then I'll charge in, and that's a 12. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge and go as close as I can to the Mauler Fiend without getting into combat. Yep. But I do want to get that objective there. So we'll move them in and we'll catch you back for the fight phase. Okay, so I have chosen to go with this unit because Chris might spend 2 CP to actually try and go in with the Leviathan now. Okay, so these guys hitting on 2s. Okay, couple of drops here, and then I'm wounding on 4s. That wasn't a dice, right? That was from before. That was a double 6 from the charge. Wounding on 4s. Take these off the way because I do reroll. Okay, couple more. That's pretty good. 2, 4, 6, 8 wounds. 5 up save?
Minus
3.
Minus 3, yeah, fine. That is 5 go through. What's the damage?
D3.
So I'm going to CP reroll one of them.
Okay.
Nope.
How many wounds do you have left?
7.
7.
So 5 ones.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a Disco Lord dead, and everybody starts celebrating. What a sight. For any 40k player, this is a really cool sight. Okay, so Chris, you're spending 1 CP to intervene, but 2 CP, but I'm spending my last 2 CP, and I'm using Arcane Genetics, which means, do you know what that is?
I'm guessing it's like transhuman physiology.
Do you know what? You, sir, are correct. That means you can't wound on 1, 2s, and 3s. And obviously you're going for the charged Gammatus Jet Bikes. Hitting on 3s this time.
Yep.
That's all hits, and now you're looking
If only you got Death to the Force Emperors.
If only he got it.
Falls. That is 4 wounds.
That's still pretty good. Okay. 4 plus. Okay, so that's 1 dead.
Yeah, 3 damage.
Yes, that's not bad. I know, I'm wounded. 1's wounded. So 1's dead.
1's on 1 wound.
Yes, that's still good anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll pile in now. And here we go. I'll go with those first, so the charging ones. Okay, so hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s. Okay, no exploding. And now I'm wounding on 5s. That's not good enough, but I do reroll entirely. That's a bit better. Okay, so 5 wounds.
4s. 2 go through.
Damage D3.
Can't kill him.
3, 4.
4.
Yep.
And
3 go through. So he's down to 4.
Yep.
Okay. So your turn next with the Helldrake.
Yep. So yeah, it's 3 attacks.
Okay.
So obviously going into units in combat with.
Yep.
All hit. All wound.
Okay.
-1.
-1. So 3 ups. All plus.
2 under there.
No. Is it damage 2? Because that's one of them wounded. That would be
D3.
D3. Okay.
Great.
Yes, he's dead. Okay, let me remove him and we'll catch you back in a second. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
I'll take it.
I'll take it. No, I won't take it actually. Let's reroll. Okay, could I reroll that? No, I rerolled something.
You got no
right?
CP, so no.
Oh, yes. Double cheating. I tried. Okay, so he can't attack the Leviathan now, sadly, because the one that was wounded was the one beside. So he's going into the Helldrake, hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s. And wounding strength 7, right? Toughness 7, sorry. For 5s again. 3 wounds.
Not bad.
Not bad.
1 goes through.
1 goes through. D3 damage is 3.
3, cool. So take
and then the last 2, can they take the Leviathan down? This would be really good if they did. Let's see, because I don't want a Leviathan firing some melters and flamers into my face. Hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s.
No rerolls for him. Oh yeah, 9 inches actually.
Yeah, 9 inches, yeah. Which is extra.
6 is extra hits as well.
Yeah, is that a hit as well? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that was a dice from before. So, and then I've got 2 more. But now this is the important bit. I'm looking for 5s here. Okay. Okay, can't complain about that. So that's 3, 4, 5 wounds. You do have a 4 up. You do fail 4. Oh.
How about CP? Yeah, did I CP?
Yes, you did as well. Stop cheating. You're always cheating.
I asked. I didn't do it.
I'm the one that normally cheats. Okay, here we go. That's 3. Yeah, that's him dead. We all celebrated.
I'll go for no pain. Oh. Shut up a minute.
I was about to celebrate.
I know, that's why.
So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 wounds.
He's probably dead, but let's make sure of it.
And we all start celebrating again! I should have never started celebrating. Because does he explode? Does he explode on a 5?
The 6.
No, the Imperium one does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ours are better made.
2. Wow.
You're lucky.
Wow. Okay, so that actually hasn't been a bad turn at all. He's out. Did I kill anything else?
Yeah.
That Disco Lord's out. Okay, what we'll do, we'll count up some points. We'll go on to Chris's turn 2 and we'll catch you back after his movements coming up next. Here we go, turn 2. It's actually crazy it's turn 2.
Yeah.
I was thinking, is it turn 2 or is it turn 3? It's turn 2 and here is how it goes. So, all of Chris's forces that do like to be in combat have advanced or moved up. So we've got the Disco Lord moving up, we've got the Sorcerer moving up. He's stayed in combat. He's moved up onto that objective, which is a key position on this battlefield. The Mauler Fiend has stayed put because he actually can't move through that in the middle of these 2 industrial ruins. But he's happy to be in combat. And then we've got the Venom Crawler just moving up to get line of sight on the back of this Palace tank. And lastly, the 2 Obliterators have Deep Strike down in turn 2. You were actually considering to actually leave them for a couple of turns more. But they have come down in the end. So straight on to the psychic phase we go. What's the first spell?
Well, first thing, I'm spending 1 CP for Chaos Milistrack.
Okay.
I'm swapping out Warptime to take Death X.
Perfect. Naughty, naughty.
Yes.
Tactics there. So he will be trying to take Death X off my Warlords because you do want to cut the hurt off the head. And I just want to mention that the score is 12-12 at the moment. That's with your primary points, which I haven't scored yet. Yeah. Okay, so what Death X? Is it a 7 or is it an 8?
I think it's an 8.
I think so.
I'll double check now. So I'm going to have to check.
I think it's 8. I think
pretty
it's 8.
Sure it's 8.
We'll catch you back in a second. Guess what, guys? It's an 8. 1 CP to reroll. He does want to get this off. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a... Oh, no!
Yes.
My Warlord now has no invulnerable save and only 1 wound remaining. Okay, so what's next?
Next, I'm going to put Delightful Agonies on him.
Okay.
That goes
7, that goes off, so it's a good spell to have on him because he's capturing one of the no man land objectives, so it's a pretty important place to have him. Okay, so that's the psychic phase over. We'll catch you back to the shooting phase. Shooting phase, here we go. Starting all off, we've got the Helldrake firing its flamer into the Custodes bike. Remember that vehicles can now shoot into combat. Number of shots, it's a 4. That's a good amount of shots to go in. Wounding on 4s.
1 wound.
1 wound.
-2.
-2. Okay, so 4 up.
So I can't kill him.
That's a pass.
Cool. Let's go for a little Warlord and Warlord action.
Okay.
He's going to shoot him.
Flamer into my Warlord. There's no units with more than 3 models within 3 inches of him, meaning he can be targeted now.
3 shots.
Okay.
Toughness 6 as well?
Toughness 6, yes sir.
Ah,
that's no wounds.
Should have demon forged. Should have demon forged.
Okay, next up?
Next up, let's do this squad back here.
Okay.
Las Cannon going into him.
Straight into him. Hitting on 3s. That's a 2, Chris.
The plan isn't working. The plan's not working.
Okay, what's next?
Next up, let's do this squad.
Okay, Las Cannon into
Las
him.
Cannon will go into...
Can you see him? No, no.
No, I can't see him.
Okay.
We're going into these bikes.
Okay.
And then these 3 bolt guns are going into these guys.
Perfect.
So, Las Cannon first. Hits on a 6.
That's
Wounds
a
on a 4.
4 up. That's a 1. That goes through. He's on 1 wound remaining. So
okay, cool.
He's kaboom into the void. He goes.
The bolt gun shots that way.
Yep.
Obviously rapid firing because they did not move. Wounds on 5, sorry. 3 wounds.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
So I'll get an extra dice here. 2 pluses. Oh, 2 1s. That kills 1. Wow. Crazy. Okay, into the void you go as well.
Yep.
On the side now.
Piece by piece, I'm taking you down.
Can't believe I got 2 1s there. That's disgusting.
Autocannon over here.
Okay.
We're going to them.
Into him. Yep.
So 2 shots. 1 hit.
Yep. 3's to wound.
Wounds.
-1, so 3 up. That's a 2. Oh, okay, 2 wounds remaining on this one.
So next up, well, I've got the 2 demon engines left and the obliterators.
Okay.
Let's go that side first.
Venom cooler.
Spend a point for Demon Forge on him.
Perfect.
Going into your Palace grab tank.
Yep.
Number of shots. Only 3 shots this time. Hitting on 4s. Re-rolling.
And 3 is rerolling.
Yep. 2 wounds.
Is that full? Okay. So -2.
Yep.
1 plus. D3 damage. Is
2.
2. Okay, so 6 remaining on the Palace tank on this side. At least he's going to survive. So I'm happy about that. And your Venom Cooler, as your dice, sir,
Thank you.
is not in range of combat. So what's next?
He's going to shoot next. He's going into Warlord.
Everything? Okay. Force? Okay.
Not bad.
Not bad. And what's his strength?
8.
Okay, so 3s.
3 wounds.
Minus?
1.
-1. 3 ups. Shall we do one at a time?
Oh, come on.
So I'm gonna go. It's a pass.
Don't do it. I was going to shoot obliterators into him.
It's a pass.
Let me get my obliterators ready.
Oh no! It's a 2. No command points. Cut off the head is scored by Chris. We'll catch you back for more shooting. With Chris scoring 10 points for cut of the head because it's only turn 2. Obliterators now looking for more points. Going into these bikes or this one?
I'm going to see what stats I roll first and then pick the target.
Is that legal? You're
how
not
you do it.
cheating?
I'm not cheating.
Okay.
No helmet for me. So strength is 6 plus 3. So strength 9.
Okay.
AP 2. Doesn't really matter any.
And this is the good one.
1.
Damage 1.
I'm going to have to lump that. They're going to shoot into him.
Into him. Okay, all the shots into him. It's 6 shots each.
6 shots each.
Hitting on 3s.
Yep. Ah.
Okay, that's a lot of 1s and 2s. And now wounding on 3s. Okay.
3 wounds.
-2.
-2.
So I go into my 4-ups. 2 go through. And damage 1, so that means
Fortunately.
that he does survive. Only 1 wound remaining.
For now.
For now. For now. Is that the last of your shooting?
That is last of my shooting.
Okay,
So
cool.
now I spend 2 CP and shoot again.
Okay, I was going to cut off, but
I know, that's why I stopped you.
you stopped me. And now you're going to shoot again. Into the same guy?
I'll roll stats first.
Okay.
Let's see. Strength 8.
Yep.
AP 1. Damage 1.
Oh, that's not very good. You do have a number of shots, so I guess you're going everything into the
Everything
one.
to him again, yeah.
Okay.
So again, hit on 3s. That's a lot better. Wound on 3s for strength 8.
Okay.
So 7 wounds. -1.
Okay, let me just roll these. So 3 ups. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, that's another bike. Only 3, 4, 5 bikes now remaining on the battlefield. We'll catch you back for the charge phase. Starting off the charge phase, we've got the obliterators charging into these bad boys here. Looking for 9. Nope, that's a fail. Move up.
Yeah, I'll leave that.
Disco Lord.
Same target.
He's definitely in. Is the Sorcerer going in?
No, he's a bit too squishy to go in.
Okay, and then we've got the. He's definitely in, so you can just place him back in, and then that's it.
Yep.
Okay,
He can't reach her, so
cool. Do you want to do you want to go straight into the fight phase? There's no point in cutting
can
off
do.
again.
Start with the Mauler Fiend.
Mauler Fiend, perfect.
So I'm going to do the Lash of Tendrils first.
Okay.
So we'll try and knock off those 2 wounds.
Yes, sir.
So hit on 4s. Oh, only 2 hits. Strength 6, so wound on 4s.
Okay.
1 wound, -2.
Wound. -2. So 4 is a pass. SN logo there, saving me.
Mauler Fists.
Okay.
4 hits.
And then 2 tools, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 4.
4 wounds, -3.
So that's 1. Is it damage 3?
Damage 3.
Okay, so he's dead and he's down to 1 wound.
That's a shame.
That's a shame because that means that I do score that objective there. And then my turn. No, sorry, charging units still.
Yep.
So we've got the endless amount of attacks from the Disco Lord.
Let me just get up his stats because I can never remember them.
There you go.
So he has 4 base, 1 for charging. Yeah, he's a cool one. So he's with the Impaired the Chain Glaive.
Yep.
In on 2s. 1 miss, but 2 deaths to the full Emperors, because he has a +1 to hit.
Okay.
Strength 8, so wound on 3s. 3 wounds. -2.
So into my 4-ups. 1 goes through, damage?
2.
Damage 2. So 1's down to 2 wounds remaining. Just put 2 here. Okay.
He's got 2 attacks from the Mecha Tendrils. 1 hit, 1 death to the full Emperor.
Okay, so 2 hits.
Strength 4, so wound on 5s. 1, no AP.
Okay, 2 up. Is a pass.
5 attacks from the Bladed Limbs and Tail. Only 2 hits. Strength 7. 1 wound.
1 wound.
-2.
Is a pass.
And the last one is the Techno-virus injector. Which hits.
Yep.
Which wounds.
-4. -4. So 4 up is a pass. That means the 2 Gammatus Jet Bikes are ready to hit back. Okay, that was actually quite good for me, not for Chris. You should have spent the CP for Demon Forge, but with so many attacks, I thought you were going to do much better for that.
Same.
Anyway, we go first into the guys in combat. So I'm striking first because it is Chris's turn. So I'm hitting on 2s and I'm wounding on 5s. That's 1 wound.
Minus silly, isn't it?
-3, yeah. That's a pass. And then
So now we get to attack back.
Yeah, you attack back, and then I'll go into my charging units.
All hit.
Okay.
3 wounds.
3 wounds.
-1.
So 3 ups. 1 goes through. Damage D3, right?
Yep. 2.
2. So he's down to 2. Okay. So let's start attacking back. I'll start with this jet bike to the middle. 3 hits. 2 wounds. -3, so into invulnerable we go. Nope, damage D3 is 5.
Cool. So he's down to 7.
Yep, and then we move over to here, into your Disco Lord, so that's 2 of them hitting on 2s. Oh, and I can't re-roll because my Warlord is removed, so 4s to wounds, that's 3 wounds, 5 ups.
1 goes through.
Okay.
Damage.
1, right?
1 goes through.
3.
Feel no pains due to his Warlord trait.
Yep.
Nope, so he's down to 10 wounds.
10 wounds because he does start with 13. And I believe that's it, right? Everything's attacked. That concludes turn 2 for the Red Corsairs.
I'll score 3 points for engaging with front, so.
That's very true. On to my turn 2 we go. Catch you back in a second. Okay, turn 2 for the Adeptus Custodes. And we've got these Gammatus Jet Bikes tactical retreating from this combat onto the top of this industrial ruin. This biker has stayed in combat, and this one from the very start has stayed in combat with the Helldrake. Whilst the palace has moved up, I've run away from this objective, but I do get line of sight into some key units I need to remove. So let's see how that goes. I will be moving away from this Venom Porter, which I think is a good thing, whereas they're quite decent in combat as well. And then lastly, we've got the units of Custodes coming down from Golden Lights and now deep striking down to that position, 9 inches away from this Obliterators, 9 inches away from the Forge Fiend, and 9 inches away from those Marines there. So it's actually, I think it's a good position to have them on the battlefield, but let's see how they go. Anyway, I will be using a CP now, my last CP, which I got for free this turn, on superior firepower, which means that guns with rapid fire gain double the amount of shots. So 20 shots coming in hot into these Obliterators here, hitting on 2. Okay, that's 2 misses, and then I'm looking for 5s here, so I'll roll this. And then I'll roll this. Okay, that's not very good. 2, only 4. I did need much more than that. You do have a -1, so you do have 3 ups?
Yep.
2. So that's 1 dead because they are damaged 2.
Yeah.
So that isn't bad at all, actually. Do you want to use your last CP?
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
Sorry.
So he's alive on 2 wounds. I did think I was going to get a couple of more 5s, but sadly I didn't. So not a lot of shooting, just this palace tank next to shoot, and he's going for that disco lord. I can target him anyway, can't I? So I'm going again for the anti-vehicle one. So hitting on 2s, and then wounding on 3s, and I'm re-rolling these because it is a vehicle. Just 1 wound, sadly. -4.
So 5 up. Save on the 6.
So it's a 6. Nice one there. Okay, so no more shooting this turn. We go straight onto combat, onto charge first. Now I actually think I'm gonna go into the obliterators and not the central morphine, because I think they're gonna pack a punch and I can get closer to this objective as well. Actually, I don't know, because do I get engage all fronts? I think I get engage all fronts. Let's just measure. Can you actually measure that palace tank?
Yep.
Is he in range to get engage all fronts? He has to be
30.
fully within, so he is.
So he's
that means if I charge into them,
he's here.
yeah, if I charge into them, I can actually get engage all fronts. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go and charge the central forge fiend there. You don't have any CP for Overwatch?
Nope, I just spent my last one.
Okay, so I do need a 9. I'm hoping for 9. Here we go. 6 and 6. Chris, Custodies are in. Starting off this very important fight phase, we've got these Custodian guards going into the Forge Fiend. Here we go, hitting on 2s. Okay, a couple of misses, and then I'm wounding on 5s, yeah? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chris, -3, damage D3.
So 5 ups.
Okay,
5.
I could actually kill him here. Oh, please, Emperor. Please, Emperor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Not dead.
No, he's not dead. He's got 12 anyway, right?
Yep. He gets to ignore these on 5s.
Yep. Okay, that's a really good roll anyway.
So it's 7 wounds he takes.
Okay, I'm happy with that. And then we go on to your turn to strike. So are you choosing the Helldrake?
No, I'm choosing.
Or are you choosing the... Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
That's holding an objective, that's more important.
Yes, it is. Okay, so lash your tendrils first?
No, Pathist first.
Pathist, okay, straight onto the big guys.
So hit on 4s.
Okay.
1 hit.
And wounding on... Yeah, that's a wound. 4 up. This is very important. 4 up. Which is a 1. He dies. He's removed. That means you will be scoring that objective, which is very important for you. And then onto my side now, I strike first to this side, into the Helldrake, hitting on 2s. That's 2 1s there, sadly. And no wounds because my strength is 6.
Well, Helldrake attacking back. 3 hits. 2 wounds.
Okay.
-1.
That's fine, yeah. And I believe that's the end of... I know, you do attack back with a Forge Fiend, yes, that's very true.
Need to check how many attacks he has.
Probably has like 4.
I think so, yeah. It's
No
probably the
AP,
same.
so that's quite good.
Forge Fiend. He's down to 3 attacks because his attacks go down.
Okay.
+1 for being charged.
Yep.
So he hits on 4s. 1 hit. Strength 6.
Don't you get a +1 because of the Forge?
He's not within 6 inches.
Oh, okay.
Fails to wound anyway.
Fails to
Two.
Okay, so that finishes off turn 2, right?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, you do score now. You can quickly just count. So you're scoring more than me for sure because I'm just scoring one of these objectives anyway.
Yep.
I will get the points for engage all fronts. We will do your movement and we'll catch you back for the psychic phase in turn 3. Here we go, turn 3 now. Before I forget, I do want to mention that I forgot to do my Misericordia attacks. So we did do it off camera, and I actually took another 3 wounds off the Forge Fiend. So he is down. He was down to 2, but he does get 1 at the beginning of his turn, so he's back up to 3. So Chris, take us through your movement. What's actually happened?
Well, over this side,
Yep.
the Venom Forge just moved up to hold that objective.
Okay.
He sat still, holding objectives.
Yep.
Helldrake stayed where he is.
Okay.
The Lord Discordant advanced 5 inches.
This way.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
That's right. Yep, so you can do a nice little charge against your tank.
Okay.
He's fallen back because still in combat he would have been hitting on 5s with his guns. It's just not worth it.
Not worth it, yeah.
And this way gives the 2 Blade Rays and moved up to hold their objective, some shoot at.
Okay, perfect. Now you did score 15 points because you're holding 2 and you're holding more than my 1. I'm just scoring 1 at the moment, which would be a problem for me, but it was the only thing I could actually do.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. On to the psychic phase.
Yep.
What's starting that off?
Death X on these guys.
Perfect.
Need an 8.
Yes, that's a 10. Perfect.
And he's going to Delightful Agonies on him again.
Okay.
That goes off in a 10.
Perfect. Okay, so we can go into shooting if you want.
Yep.
We can just go ahead because there's not a lot either. So, okay, Helldrake into the last bike there. Can he finish him off? That's
One
been
hit.
going for 3 turns now.
Doesn't move him.
Okay, so it's not. They're going to stay in combat. We've got the Baleflamer from your Disco Lord.
Yep.
Obviously going into the only target, which is
no,
the...
you can shoot him as well.
Ah, can they? Okay.
I'm going to go up for them. I
Okay,
think.
into the Gammatus. Number of
yeah,
shots.
let's go for it. 3 shots.
1
4.
4s.
Nothing.
Nothing. Was that 1 1 2?
1 1 2.
Okay.
Venom Caller.
Okay. Into the back of the palace.
Now I'm going to leave that for combat, I think, for the Disco Lord.
Okay.
So he's going to shoot these guys.
Perfect. You
So you can see the back of
right?
the base up to there, yeah.
Okay, through the back there. Without passing through?
He's on the cover, so it doesn't matter.
Ah, yes, so it doesn't matter, yeah.
Number of shots. 4 shots.
Okay. Demon Forge? Okay.
Hits on 4s. I should have Demon Forged.
And 3s to wounds.
Yep.
No, that's a 1, Chris. Nothing going good for you here. Okay, and now it's down to Obliterators, right?
Marines
and
and
the
Marines.
Marines, yeah.
So let's do over here first.
Okay.
Let's do Lads Can Hit. I'll thingy them for a reason.
And the Bolters, right? So what we're going to do is everything going into Custodes?
Yeah.
Okay, so right?
I'll do the Obliterators first, but yeah.
Okay, so we'll do everything off camera because it's a lot of shots, especially from the bolters and all that, and we'll catch you back if there's any wound rolls. We're back, and the Obliterators got a Strength 8 -2, but only damage 1, which is what Chris wanted to be the higher dice roll, and they managed to wound 7 times.
Yep.
So let me do this roll first. So 4 ups, so that's 1 Custodian dead and 1 and 2 wounds. And then 1 las cannon went through, so 6 up, no damage.
Yep. 4.
4, so
That
that's
kills
another
him.
1 dead. And then a bolt pistol from the Sorcerer went through, so looking for a 2 up, that's fine. Okay, so that's 2 Custodians dead.
I assumed you wanted that side away from the objective.
The closer to the objective the better. And then we're going to carry on now recording, so autocannon into the Gammatus Bikes.
Both hit.
Yep, and 3s to wound.
Both wound.
Okay, -1, so 3 ups. 1 goes through.
Kills it.
Is it wound? Is it
He's done
wounded?
2 wounds, yeah.
Okay, so he's dead. 1 remaining there. At the end, that marks the end of the shooting phase.
Yep.
Do you want to go into charges?
Yep, there's literally just that one back there.
Just a 1 into him. I haven't got any CP, so we can go straight in.
5
That's a
would be
5.
enough.
He's in, and now let's start attacking.
Yep.
You need to take out
Then I
the
get the
battle scribe buff. Okay.
Disco. I'm spending my CP on Demon Forge. I learned my lesson.
Okay.
So he's got 5 attacks from the Painted Chainglaive.
Okay.
All hit with 2 Death of the False Emperors, which also hit.
Okay.
Strength 8, so wound on 3s. Rerolling.
Yes. So that's 4.
4 wounds at -2.
Okay. So 5 ups. That's 1 goes to damage.
2.
Damage 2. So he's down to 4. There you go. Number 4. Okay.
Let's go straight to the blade limbs and tail. All hit with 2 Death of the False Emperors again,
Yes, sir.
which also hit.
Okay.
Strength 7, so 3s, is it?
Yep. Rolling. Okay. That's
5.
5.
-2 hit.
Okay. So 5 ups. No, this time 3 go through. Damage.
D3.
Okay.
3,
3
4,
for 5. He does die. Does he explode? No, he doesn't. That's the palace removed, and that finishes off turn 3 for the Red Corsairs. No,
Oh no, combat
we
hit.
do have combat, and I attack first.
Yep, he heals himself up D3 wounds as well for killing the vehicle. So
Okay.
he's back up to 13, so maximum.
So we do need an extra dice here.
Well, he's on 4 wounds again, so.
And 1. I'll just leave them there. 4 attacks from the Custodian on the bike into the Helldrake. All hits. Toughness 7, right?
Yep.
So 1 wound.
Nope.
Nope. D3 damage. It's just 1.
Takes him back down to 10 again.
Okay. That finishes off turn 3. No, you have to attack back. Keep forgetting.
3 hits.
Yep.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Oh, this could be it finally.
No, he's still alive. It's -1, right?
Yeah, -1.
Okay, now it finishes off turn 3. We'll catch you back for my turn 3 coming up in a second. Here we go, Adeptus Custodes turn 3. Not looking very good, but if this turn goes to plan, I could actually score some really well-earned points and see, and then we'll actually sit down and count the points. So I've just scored 5 points this turn just for scoring this objective here in the middle. And then what I've done, the Gammatus has moved all the way to that corner of this ruin, because you will be scoring engage for fronts at this point, and then shooting and probably charging this Mortar Fiend. He stayed in combat still. Incredible that this is still going. And then they've just slightly moved back to get within 12 inches onto those Marines, because I will use the free CP to use the ammunition one, so I doubled the shots onto the rapid fire weapons. So straight onto the shooting phase we go. I'm going to start off first with the Gammatus, firing into the Mortar Fiend, hitting on 2s, that's all hits, and wounding on 3s, that's all wounds, Chris. So 4 wounds.
5s. 1 goes through.
3. Disgusting. D3 is only 1. Needed much more than that. That was very unlucky. And then we've got the 12 shots going into your guys there just in front. Hitting on 2s, that's all hits. And wounding on 4s. Okay, take these off. Wow, that's pretty good.
10.
So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yes, sir. -1. You are in cover, and it is a ruin, so you will get like cover. So 1, 2, 3. 3 deaths. Yep.
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
Perfect. And then straight onto combat we go. So charges. I will be charging into Mortar Fiends. You don't have any CP, so he's in.
Doesn't have guns anyway.
Yep. And then the Custodians would go into
Double.
Everything. Okay, so straight onto combat. We can carry on recording. I will go in first with this jet bike. So I can't believe I actually just removed 1 wound off him in shooting. Hitting on 2s, that's all hits. And then wounding on 5s, but I do reroll. That's just 1.
5.
Nope, D3 is 3.
So there's enough to bracket him in here. So it takes
Okay,
him down
but
to 4.
I did want to kill him. Next up, we've got these guys.
Yep.
So 3 attacks each. So 1, 2, 3. All hits. And wounding on 5s. That's 3 wounds. -3. So onto your invulnerable saves. Don't do this again. Oh
1.
my god! I do need a 5 or 6 here. No, that's just 1. Crazy.
Does he ignore it?
No. Crazy.
He's down to 2.
And then you attack now with the Helldrake.
Yep. So hit on 2s still. Wound on 3s. 1 wound.
1 wound.
This is going to be the one. No.
I attack back with him now.
Yeah,
I'll do that first quickly. 2s. And 5s. 2 wounds. Oh my god. Stop it. You passed so many invulnerable saves. It's not funny anymore. Your turn now. I can't believe that Mortar Fiend is alive. Let's really get it to me.
So let's do the fortune quickly.
Okay, 4 attacks.
No, he's down to 3 attacks.
Okay.
He's the lowest bracket now.
Yep.
Still hitting on 4s. 2 hits. Strength 6 and wounds on 3s. 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
These are -1.
Yeah, are they -1?
He's got demon jaws.
Oh, okay.
The damage 2 as well.
So that's 1 wounded. It's down to 1 wound on 1. Do you want to just place it in? And then you've got the Mortar Fiend on this side.
Yep.
I'm fresh, right?
Yeah, you're fresh.
Okay. I can't believe I haven't killed anything. That wasn't the plan. What are you checking?
Because he's bracketed now.
Okay.
So he's on the middle bracket, so he's got 4 power fist attacks. No hits.
Okay, and then the
6 lasher tendrils.
Yep. 2
hits. He's a strength 5 now. 2 wounds.
2 wounds, yes.
So -2.
Are they damage 2?
Yeah.
My God, he's dead. How unlucky is that?
I'll take
Can't
it.
believe it. And I think that's actually a game for me because I've just lost that custodian. Anyway, that's the end of turn 3. What we're going to do is we're going to count up the points and see if I actually can stay in the game. If not, I'm sadly going to have to call it. Catch you back in a second. So, we've actually checked the ITC Battles app, which keeps track of the game, and it's actually 58 to my 28, I believe it was, or 23 or 24. Anyway, there's not enough points for actually to me. I did need to kill these 2, which I sadly didn't. Incredible. Not happy with you and your 5 up invulnerable saves. That would have kept me in the game. We did 2 leadership there. He actually passed that. So that didn't score me did not score me, but if they would have run away, that meant that he would have scored 1 less objective there. Anyway, the score is 58 to my 24, which is very, very far away to what I actually can get, especially with this. He's actually dead. He's going to go into combat. And then if they survive, that's only 1 unit in basically on the battlefield.
Hopefully the Blue Rays will take them out this
but
turn.
let's say that they didn't die. They would have just been capturing 1 objective, total of 5 points there. I can't do that. You would have been scoring for 2 more turns. So I take off my fist, swim to the Red Corsairs. We'll catch you back for the end of game conclusion coming up in a second. So there we have it, the end of the game. A win to Chaos. Yuck. A win to Crimson Fists. And Chris, welcome. Welcome back to winning. Yeah, because your last games have been...
I've lost my last 2 games off camera.
Off camera.
Yeah.
Off camera.
One of them I should have won, but I called it a turn early.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anyway, let's get back to the game. It was a really enjoyable game. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, your turn 1 hit me pretty hard, but then my turn 1 in return was not bad at all. So it was actually a close game. But the problem is that I got boxed in so quickly that all my movement was redundant.
And you're in combat turn 1.
Yes, and I'm not good in combat when I'm not charging in, especially against so many toughness 7 vehicles, because I'm just not re-rolling with those spears. And those spears should be constant re-rolls, or okay, maybe that's too much, but at least when charged or charged, like the Marines have, you know, when they get extra attacks. At least a rule like that. But anyway, I enjoy that list. I enjoy the list so much. Did you enjoy playing against that list?
It's good.
It's cool. It's a really cool list.
Your list works very well because it's hard to pick secondaries against you.
Yes, we explained that at the beginning,
yeah.
but it's actually happened again. Yeah. But you did score a good 10 points with cut of the head, which was great because everybody that goes for cut of the head against my turn normally gets it like 10-4, 10-5, which you're not picking up a lot of points in those turns. Back onto the game. I really enjoyed this mission. For starters, I like how the objectives are placed on the table, and how Dawn of War is also involved in the mission. But yeah, we were both scoring really well. But then when I started failing those 2-ups and 3-ups, when you have such an elite force and you start failing those, not the ones where you are like when there's like 4-up invulnerables, but when you're failing those 2-up, 3-ups, which you don't want to fail. It's when you start crumbling down, especially when you're losing key units. Another thing is, I do want to mention, is that bikes were good before, but now without the falling back and being able to shoot, you do see it falter a bit when they're not doing that. But yeah, again, very enjoyable on my side. Would I have done anything differently? I actually don't think so. I think not going first was a problem for me. Those Helldrakes would have been going into combat. Doesn't matter how my deployment would have been. And yeah, I don't think I would have done anything differently. Again, I haven't played Custodes that much, so if you're a Custodes player and have the experience that I don't have, please comment below. Please tell me if you would have done anything differently, if my deployment was wrong. But I think I've done pretty well. And again, the most important factor is that I enjoyed it, and I've really enjoyed the game. Now, on to you. Would you have done anything differently?
Rolled better for the Blue Rays.
Yeah, apart from that.
But no, I don't think there was much really different. I played out pretty much as I wanted it to.
Yeah.
I said, obviously, I tried to get a Warlord turn on, which
which nearly did.
This close.
That's tough to get. Like the only way you really get cut off the head really quickly is when you're playing Imperial Knights and everything can target it because it's a Titanic, and you get that. But when you're not playing things like that and you have things covering angles and obviously getting the lookout, sir, you nearly did it. That would have been quite impressive. You did get a solid 10 points anyway in turn 2.
Can't complain about that at all.
Can't complain at all,
Yeah.
Good. And something I want to mention, and I've given it a lot of thought, like obliterators, they're still very expensive. They're still not packing the punch you really want to be packing at that cost. So I really think that the strength of their weapon should be strength 7, -2, damage 2 constantly. Would you be happy with that?
Obviously, they'd get a big points reduction then.
Yes. Why? I don't think they would, because now at the moment you could still get a really bad AP and a really bad.
But the problem is they don't put on that. They've point cost it as you're going to get really good.
Yes.
So they're going to be strength 9, -3, damage 3.
Yeah.
And with a unit of 3,
but you're rolling for that. So I think you should just get a really good, not an amazing, like not go for the best stat line, which is strength 9, -3, damage 3. But go for an in between. Even if I'm happy to have a strength 8, -2 damage too. With that number of shots, you're still paying so many points for them. But I think something like that would be quite interesting to see. You know, that whole rolling constantly, apart from it wasting time in the game, it's just not good enough in this game anymore. Where we don't know if you're going to get the right amount of stats lines that you go. So I'm really hoping for the next Chaos Games Workshop, if you're listening up. Give them just a balanced stat line where it doesn't change. A strength 8 -2, or a strength 8 -1 damage 2.
If not, go back. It's a bit more of like bit more like work to do, but have them have separate guns again. Like they used to have fire las cannon, a melter gun, flame up,
wasn't it?
Yeah, you pick which is. They're still modelled. Even the new ones are modelled with everything.
Like that. Maybe it's something we will see later on. Anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed the game. If you want more content, head over to snbuypods.com, where we have the SN Plus side of things, where there's a lot more content for you to appreciate and enjoy, both in classic style and video format. And if not, Chris, we've got the Patreon, which Chris controls actually more than anybody. So what do you get for the Patreon?
So Patreon, there's 4 different levels you can go in. The top level, you get a free T-shirt, you get money off our events,
you get your name on the Patreon wall,
name on the wall,
and you get free access to SN Plus as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, that's the Primarch level, and then we've got Chapter Master level.
Chapter Master,
which again you get a T-shirt, you get yourself on the Patreon.
Don't get the SN Plus access.
No, but you get everything else. You get discounts on the events. You get a T-shirts. You get yourself on the wall again.
Yeah.
And then you've got Captain level. Is it Captain?
Primarch, Chapter Master. Yeah, I think it's Captain.
I think it's Captain, which you get your name on the wall again, which is really epic. You've probably seen it in one of our past videos where we show you around. If not, head over to that video and we'll show you around the new studio. It's something, and all of them have access to Discord, which is a really good app where we're all the SN team is in it, and we're all chatting about work in progress and new rules. We show armies on parade as well, so it's a really enjoyable app for all to go and enjoy. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you back in the next one. Cheerio!